Here's something many loving dog owners misunderstand. When a dog places a paw on your leg, your hand, or your arm, it is usually not just a cute little habit. It is not always a simple request for food, and it is not always random affection either. Very often, it is something more precise than that. It is communication. Dogs do not have words, so they work with what nature gave them: body position, eye contact, timing, stillness, movement, and touch. And a paw touch is one of the gentlest signals they can use. It is quiet. It is controlled. It does not arrive with the urgency of barking or the chaos of jumping. It arrives softly, almost politely, as if your dog is saying, "I am trying to tell you something. Will you notice?" That matters more than many people realize. In a humanized science sense, a paw touch can be understood as intentional social communication. Your dog may be asking for closeness, reassurance, attention, or a change in the environment. Sometimes they want comfort. Sometimes they want connection. And sometimes, especially when they are feeling uncertain, that paw is less about getting something physical and more about checking that the bond is still there. Are you with me? Are we okay? What makes this moment so important is not only the gesture itself, but your response to it. If a dog reaches out and is consistently ignored, brushed away, or misunderstood, they may gradually stop using that softer form of communication, not because they no longer care, but because living beings tend to repeat what works. If subtle signals lead nowhere, they often fade. But when that paw touch is met with calm attention, when you pause, make eye contact, soften your voice, or respond with gentle presence, the bond deepens. Your dog learns something powerful. When I communicate, I am heard, and that changes a relationship, because trust is not built only through feeding, walking, or training. It is built in the moments when communication moves both ways. So the next time your dog places a paw on you, don't rush past it. Stay there for a second. Look more closely. The message may be simple, but it may also be deeply meaningful. Sometimes, that little paw is your dog's quietest and most honest way of saying, "I trust you enough to reach for you gently." When a dog places a paw on you, it can look like such a small thing, sweet, harmless, maybe even a little funny. Many people assume it simply means, "I want a treat," or "please pet me," or "pay attention to me." And sometimes, yes, it can mean one of those things. But very often, that paw is doing something more thoughtful than we give it credit for. Unlike barking, whining, or jumping, a paw touch is usually quiet. It is controlled. It is low pressure. Your dog is not forcing the moment. They are offering it. And that matters. Because in the world of canine communication, the softer the signal, the more it can reflect trust. Animal behaviorists often point out that dogs do not use the same approach with everyone. Around people they feel uncertain about, they may stay more guarded, more distant, or more reactive. But when they feel safe, they often choose gentler ways of reaching out. So when your dog places a paw on your hand or leg, there is a good chance they are making a deliberate social choice. In a quiet way, they may be saying, "I trust you enough to approach gently." There is also something deeply relational about this. In the social world of dogs, touch is often mutual. Dogs lean on one another, rest close, and use body contact to create reassurance and connection. So when your dog touches you with a paw, they may not just be asking for something. They may be starting something, a small conversation, a check-in, a moment of shared presence. And maybe that is why it can feel so personal, because it is not only contact, it is communication. It is your dog reaching across the space between you in the gentlest way they know how. So the next time that paw lands softly on your arm or knee, pause before brushing it off. Your dog may not be interrupting you at all. They may be inviting you into a moment of trust, closeness, and connection. And sometimes, those quiet invitations are where the deepest bonds are built. There are at least 3 very different reasons a dog may place a paw on you. And understanding that difference can completely change how you respond. The first is simple, but important. Sometimes your dog is trying to make something happen. A paw can be a gentle social request. Not just for food, but for action. Maybe they want the door opened. Maybe they want to walk. Maybe they want you to stop scrolling and notice them. If the paw starts soft and then becomes heavier or repeated, that often means the first message did not land. In a very real way, your dog may be thinking, "I asked politely. Now I need to be clearer." That is not manipulation, it is communication. The second reason is more emotional. Research suggests dogs can respond to human stress cues, including stress-related odors, and long-term stress patterns can even become synchronized between dogs and their owners. That helps explain why some dogs place a paw on you when you are sad, tense, or overwhelmed. They may be noticing something in your breathing, your posture, your energy, or even your scent before you have fully processed it yourself. In that moment, the paw can become a kind of comfort signal, quiet contact that says, "I feel something has changed in you, and I'm here." And then there is a third reason, one many people miss. Sometimes, the paw is for their reassurance, not yours. If your dog is pawing while their ears are slightly back, or they are yawning, looking away, or showing other low-intensity calming signals, they may be feeling uncertain. Studies on dog communication describe behaviors like yawning, looking away, and lip or nose licking as possible appeasement signals in social situations. In those moments, your calm presence can help regulate them. Your dog may be using your body like an anchor, grounding themselves through your steadiness. So, the next time your dog puts a paw on you, pause before assuming it means only one thing. It could be a request. It could be empathy. It could be a search for safety. And the more carefully you learn to read that small gesture, the more clearly you begin to understand the emotional intelligence of the dog beside you. If this gave you a new way to understand your dog, please like, subscribe, and share this video with another dog lover. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. When your dog puts a paw on you, what do you think they're trying to say? There is one form of canine communication, so quiet, that many people miss just how extraordinary it is. Not the paw that asks for dinner. Not the paw that says, "Take me outside." Not even the paw that asks for attention. I mean the rarer one, the moment your dog simply rests a paw on you and asks for absolutely nothing. No toy, no food, no demand. Just contact. From a human point of view, it can seem small, sweet maybe, easy to dismiss as another cute habit. But from a biological point of view, that moment may carry far more meaning than we realize. Dogs are still animals shaped by survival. Their bodies are designed to stay balanced, alert, and ready to move. Keeping all four paws firmly grounded is, in many situations, the safer choice. Stability means readiness. Readiness means protection. So when a dog lifts one paw and lets it rest lightly on your leg, your hand, or your arm, without asking for anything in return, they may be doing something deeply vulnerable. They are giving up a little bit of physical readiness in order to stay connected to you. And that matters, because in that moment, their nervous system may be saying something powerful. I do not need to be on guard right now. I do not need to prepare to run. I feel safe with you. That is not a small message. That is trust made visible. Maybe that is why this kind of paw touch can feel so emotional when it happens. It is not noisy. It is not dramatic. It is not trying to get something from you. It is simply presence, a quiet offering of closeness, almost like your dog is saying, "I can soften here. I can rest here. I trust this space because I trust you." And really, what greater compliment can a dog give? So the next time your dog places a weightless paw on you for no obvious reason, don't rush past it. Stay in that moment, because sometimes the rarest gestures are the most honest ones. And if this touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves dogs deeply. I'd also love to know, has your dog ever placed a paw on you without asking for anything at all? Sometimes the most important moment in your relationship with a dog lasts only a second. Your dog places a paw on your leg, your hand, or your arm, and our human instinct is often to respond quickly. A little pat, a smile, maybe a distracted, "Aw, that's cute," and then we move on. But what if we didn't? What if that small gesture deserved more than a reflex? What if it deserved our full attention? Because for dogs, this is one of the clearest forms of communication they have. They do not speak in words. They speak in pauses, posture, breath, eye contact, timing, and touch. So when your dog reaches out with a paw, the meaning is not always found in the paw alone. It is found in the moment around it, their body, their face, their energy. Are they asking for something? Are they checking in? Are they offering closeness? Are they trying to say, "I need you right now," or perhaps something even softer? "I trust you enough to be gentle with you"? That is why it matters to stay in the moment, not just touch them and move on. Pause. Look at them. Let your attention settle. Make eye contact if they seem comfortable with it. Acknowledge the message. Because when a dog reaches out, and you truly respond, not automatically, but intentionally, you teach them something powerful. Your voice matters here, even without words. And over time, that changes the bond. One of the deepest shifts a dog guardian can make is learning the difference between a paw that asks and a paw that offers. A paw that asks may want a door opened, a walk started, or reassurance in a tense moment. A paw that offers is different. It asks for nothing. It simply rests there, light and quiet, like presence itself. One says, "Can you help me?" The other says, "I feel safe with you." And maybe that is the real heart of this whole conversation. A dog's paw is not just a habit. Sometimes it is their most honest sentence. Not loud, not dramatic, just deeply true. You are the place where I do not have to be afraid anymore. If this message stayed with you, please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves dogs deeply. And I'd love to ask you, has your dog ever placed a paw on you in a way that felt like more than just a habit?